Now that all approvals have been given, all funding sources have been specified, and the project has moved into the active status phase, the next step would be to provide all of the documentation to purchasing. So we can do that by coming into All Projects. You can see that our project is now in active status. And if we come into our View Details area, we have the option of coming to Reports. So this will most likely evolve over time, but for now, we have the ability to view a full summary with attachments. We can download that as a PDF. We can also just download all of the raw attachments themselves. So let's just go ahead and look at the full summary here on the web. So on the first page, of course, there's a bunch of details about the project summary, as well as the description that was provided by the requester. Next, we have just a listing of our documents, both the requester documents as well as the internal documents. Next, we have a page that gives us some details about the design estimate. So here we can see the actual price that was expected for the design estimate, the notes that were provided during that estimate phase, and then the funding sources that were provided by the requester. Just for completeness, below here we also get a list of all of the different approvals that needed to be given for this to move ahead, as well as the dates that those approvals were given and any comments that were submitted during that process. Next, we have a page telling us about the design. So the design notes themselves are at the top. A listing of the design documents are shown next. Following that is a similar page with the space allocation details. Next, we have a construction estimate page, and this, of course, looks very similar to the design estimate page. So we have our construction estimate details, the construction funding here, as well as the funding approvals. Next, any of the attachments that can be rendered out in PDF form will be included. So the requester documents, as well as any of the design documents, the internal documents, and the space allocation documents. So things like PDFs and images can be included here, but raw DWG files or Excel files, etc., can not be included here and will instead just be packaged up in a zip file that can be downloaded from the previous screen. So if we move back a page, you can see that we have a download all attachments, and that will just simply download a zip file with all of the files that have been uploaded, shown in their various directories. So a directory for design, a directory for space allocation, a directory for the internal documents, as well as all of the documents submitted by the requester. So this file here, as well as the summary, can now be provided to purchasing.